Hello, Joanne.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm well. A little early for me. I'm not a morning person. How
Okay.
are you feeling?
I'm better. Thank you for asking. I'm better now. Thank you.
Very good, very good.
Joanne, have we met before, my dear?
No, we've never met. My niece signed me up for a meeting with you, which I'm so excited about,
Okay.
but we've never met.
Okay. You have such a warm energy. I feel like I know you. You have such a warm and familiar energy. So,
Oh, good.
so I'm going to start by uh, going straight to the point because I don't want to forget what I've just experienced. And I usually, when I'm preparing myself for a session, that's when I pick up some golden nuggets because then I haven't met the person. I don't even know what you look like. So here, a female person came through, a female who's above you, and it felt like I'm dealing with a mother energy here. And there was something being said, either the disease or the cancer, something to that effect. That didn't kill me. It was my broken heart that killed me. That sort of thing. Like something inside was very upsetting that caused her to become ill, that affected her. Do you understand where this is coming from?
A little bit. My mom passed quite a few years ago, and
Uh, Give me
but she
information.
didn't have any heart problems.
No, not heart trouble, not physical heart trouble. It was something that affected her emotionally, something that affected her. There was like a falling out, there was a disagreement, there was something that wasn't right. Do you understand where this is coming?
I No, I don't know where that's coming from.
Okay. If this is not your mom, then I'm thinking it might be somebody with a motherly type of energy towards you, with a mother figure type of person. What about the
Okay.
mother-in-law?
I'm sorry, what?
What about a mother-in-law? Did
My mother-in-law? Yeah, my mother-in-law, yes. Um, I don't know if she passed okay. She did tell me when she was going to pass, and she wanted me to make sure I told my husband and her husband at the time and the children. But we didn't have the best relationship at first, but later on, when she got older and we got older, it got better.
okay, she's the one. I know we're on track because I can feel it all over my body. She's
Okay.
so the, so basically this is what it is. And I think it's half of this and half of the other. What's happening here is what she's trying to tell me is that she passed with an upset, but it's not only from people causing her the upset, but she was upset with herself as well. I feel we're dealing with a woman who was a bit too stubborn or too uh, uh, fixed in her ways, so she wouldn't sway. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yeah. And this is the sort of regret that she had. This compounded the physical problems that she had. Basically, this woman brought it onto herself.
Yes, I understand that.
Okay. And Joanne, I got the distinct feeling that for a minute there, as I was preparing myself, I felt like I'm short of breath. So I felt like something is happening here, short of breath. These are the symptoms that she was going through. And I felt frustrated. I felt frustrated, not somebody who's at peace, not somebody who's content. Perhaps later, when, things started to unravel and things started to change, and I'm glad that she passed when she was more at peace with you and, with herself. But she's sort of referencing the timeline which goes back in time, okay, to describe exactly what's going on here.
I understand that.
She wants me to use the word hostile. I must say, this is quite an extreme situation here, but there is hostility, hostile. She could be
Hostility, right.
she could be hostile.
Yeah, I understand that.
You already told me that you had been there for her. She's acknowledging that. She's giving you credit that you were kind where others wouldn't be, not to the level that you were. You were kind to her, almost like a biological daughter. You looked after her. I could hear, I could hear. Did she go into a sort of a coma, a sort of unconscious state where she wasn't quite with it?
Um, I well, she had a cancer that caused caused a lot of, and when she we went to the hospital to see her, to basically say goodbye because we knew she was dying. That was hard, but she did was able to communicate
Okay.
to me, so
She keeps showing me like something in her hand that she gave you before she passed. So I'm not quite sure what this is. What is it that she
oh,
gave you?
I don't know. I don't have anything. We don't have anything like that.
Are you sure there's no like a chain, a fine chain or something that she gave you, like some jewelry or something?
No,
Maybe not in the hospital, maybe before, because I can see her holding something and putting it in your hand.
I don't remember anything. She died quite a few years ago, so I don't remember anything that I got from her.
Please make a note of this. You never know. Later, it might come to you. It happens sometimes.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm recording the session. You can reference it later.
Oh, yes, I do want a copy if I can.
Absolutely, it's all yours.
Thank you.
Who died before her? She keeps mentioning, she keeps making me feel like somebody younger, a male person, passed before her. Younger. Did she lose a son or a younger brother or
She was a family of, um, there were eight brothers and eight sisters that married, and she was the first one that got divorced. And I don't remember if my father, the she got divorced from my father-in-law. That if I don't remember if he passed before her or not. I can't remember. It's been so many years.
okay. She's moving the spotlight away from her. which indicates to me this is not about her, but she just came through just, to touch base with you, just to let you know.
Thank you.
But it's not about her. I'm seeing, I'm seeing, uh, I'm seeing what you call military insignia. I'm seeing a military sign here. Somebody who
My
served.
my husband was in the Marines. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't give me any information, my dear.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If this is not, if this is not your husband, then I'm inclined to think that this is also a father figure. But I am thinking that this is husband. And I am feeling here that he doubles up as a father figure and a husband. But there's also a big smile on his face. I think the signature of this gentleman here is the smile. Did he like to crack jokes or pranks or like an overgrown child?
Well,
Or
he did it in a certain way. He was that way. He was just very um, he would kid around.
Joanne, I like his energy. He's a warm man, but nice energy from him. I think this was a struggle between life and death for him. There's a struggle here.
Yes.
So it wasn't an easy, seamless sort of passing. There's a fight here.
No. Yeah.
And I feel fed up. I feel fed up. I feel like I've had enough. I feel like I don't want to be here anymore. I've had enough.
Yes.
You understand it's not because of you. Okay, I don't feel like there isn't, it's not because of you, but because of the health, the condition. There's too many complications in this man. There's different issues here. There's underlying
Yes.
issues. There's dominating issues, and I think we put out the fire in one way, then another fire begins, then another problem, and another problem.
Mm-hmm.
Was his mobility challenged? Did he become?
Pardon me?
Was his mobility challenged? Did he have problems with walking?
Yes. Yes.
This took away a lot of his spirit because
Yes.
this man is independent, and suddenly I find myself, you know, I can't function.
Yes.
Was there a situation here? If he could have, he would have taken his life. Was there such a situation here? Did he mention this to you?
He never mentioned it, but the way he passed was um, very fast.
So the feeling I got earlier, where we're struggling between life and death, and you know, and then suddenly it's gone, finished. So He was in active duty, wasn't he? He was in the battle theater. He was in the battle theater, wasn't he?
He was in music.
Music.
Yes,
Why am I getting the feeling that he was in the actual battle theater?
I don't know.
Are you sure he wasn't? He hadn't attended somewhere, the front lines or something?
Not that I know of.
This is going to be a bit difficult to explain. If he hadn't himself attended at the front lines or in a battle theater, then it strikes me as if this gentleman knew what's going on very well, had a good idea and following it. So he's like living it. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yes,
Did he have a brother and a sister?
he had two sisters.
Two sisters? And who's the brother? He refers to, I lost my brother, the brother.
He never had a brother. He just had an older sister and a younger sister.
Did he lose a best friend who he used to refer to as a brother? Like he's a brother to me?
Yeah, his best friend did also pass,
Okay,
but passed after he did.
okay. I picked up I picked up a brother and a sister. This friend doubles up as a brother. I picked up interestingly one sister. Was his relationship not the best with another sister? Was he close to one sister and not the other?
Yes, he wasn't really close to his older sister, but the younger sister he was.
Okay,
They were together a lot.
okay. He's showing me the ring, and the ring is coming off, and then the ring is going back on. Were, was the relationship tested to the level where you both considered removing the ring, or you had to remove it and then you went back together?
Yeah, yes.
Forgive me, I'm going to share everything I pick up, unfiltered.
Okay,
Okay? So basically,
okay,
what he's saying to this is we both had lessons to learn.
yes.
The biggest thing for him is never take the love from people who love you for granted. Never take people who love you for granted. I think this is one of his failing. There's a lot of frustration in this man. There's a lot of frustration in him. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yes.
Now I can hear the bottle. the bottle and the glasses clinking. Drink. Was he drinking, Joanne?
Mm-mm.
Who was drinking?
I don't know who that could be.
Was his dad the drinker? There's a drinker
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Oh, yeah. His father was.
Okay. So this explains the frustration. Because if you remember, I referred there's a lot of frustration in him.
Yes.
So he's showing me that it stems from his dad.
Yeah.
I mean, I must give him credit because I picked up that there's a warmth and a smile to him as well, which is beautiful despite all the challenges. I can now understand a better picture about him. I think the father was quite a character.
Yeah. He definitely was.
Yeah, because I'm seeing now in my mind's eye, I'm seeing a hand being raised. So I wouldn't be surprised if the father had actually raised his hand at him. I'm seeing a hand being raised.
I'm not. I'm not sure about that part.
Yeah, well, I've had this before, Joanne, many times when, because men are not like women, men do not disclose these things very easily. They keep them to themselves.
I believe that.
He's drawing an arrow across the map of America for some reason, from one, from let's say the west coast to the east coast, or vice versa. So going from one part completely to the other.
Yeah.
Did you guys move that way, or what happened here?
He, as far as his father was concerned, he had to go from. We lived at that time on the East Coast, and his father was way on the West Coast. And when he was dying, he went to see him and brought him back to the East Coast after he passed.
Okay,
But I've moved from the East Coast to the West Coast
okay,
afterward, years later.
okay. You didn't remarry, did you?
No,
He he is referring to someone and winking at me. Like there could have, was there a possibility or was there an opportunity for you to remarry or meet somebody?
yes.
Okay. Why does he keep showing me false teeth? False teeth.
Uh, there was an incident with his false teeth when we were first married that our puppy took his teeth.
Forgive me, John. I found it fun.
It was very funny at the time, too.
Forgive me. I'm gonna deviate a little bit here because since we're smiling and laughing about this, I'm gonna share something quickly with you. And don't worry about the time. I am gonna give you time. Don't worry. Uh, it's to do with false teeth. When I was a child, my grandma used to keep her false teeth by the bedside in a glass. We were only 5 or 4. We were fascinated. 6. So we'd go and look at them, and in the water, these teeth become really big. So
Right.
back then, we were fascinated with the movie Dracula. So one day, I picked them up, put them in my mouth, and I was chasing after my friends, and she was watching this from the kitchen, shouting at me in horror. That's why I found it hilarious. Sorry. The puppy that you referred to, was it black and white? I keep seeing a black and white little dog.
No, there was a black and white dog that later on, but not if with this incident.
Okay,
This incident was with a different dog.
okay. The black and white, was it the sort of a bouncy little fellow, up and down, and
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I assume this beautiful creature is now on the other side.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not an animal communicator. I wish I had that ability, but I feel them. I feel their presence. Bless their hearts. They are beautiful. Hang on a minute. He's showing me his foot. He's showing me his foot. What was wrong with his foot? Like the toes.
He um he had a sore on his lower leg, lower between his knee and his foot. There
Okay.
was a sore that um, um, like an ulcer that he had problems with.
Was it affecting the circulation? Because I see the
Yes,
toes. Okay.
yes, definitely.
He wasn't diabetic, was he?
No,
So I guess this is where we go from one problem to another and another, and that's where it is.
yes.
He refers to you as the therapist, like a therapist. Are you a therapist, or did you want to study therapy, or why is he referring
I
to you as a therapist?
I don't know other than the fact that I would give him advice all the time, and maybe he considered that therapy.
I'm getting a very strong nod. I think you've underestimated yourself there. You're being very modest, but I think
Oh,
you did play an integral part in his life. I think without you, you would have been quite lost, despite the exterior. But again, this frustration, this buildup of frustration, you know, although there's the funny side to him, which I picked up right in the beginning, and yet somehow there's this underlying feeling here, as if I don't belong in this world. It's hard to explain. Like I'm here, but I'm not here.
I do understand that, by the way.
Something about a glass of water, something about a glass of water when he needed a glass of water, like you gave him some water, he refers to a glass of water. Perhaps here we're breaking protocols or something. He is really referring to the glass of water.
I don't know what the water is. I know he was extremely frustrated. He had COPD, so he was extremely frustrated with his illness, and it toward the end it got really bad for him mentally that he could not control.
Okay. Was he in need, was he thirsty? Was he in need of the water?
I don't know about the water, but I know he had a hard time breathing.
Okay. He's sort of describing to me the lead up to his passing. Uh, Maybe it's a bit graphic, but I will share it because he wants me to share it with you. So I'm feeling, obviously, you gave me some information here, but what I'm feeling is I'm feeling that the water is very significant, the thirst, but at the same time, the chest area, the like it's caving in, the pressure is mounting, and the way he
Mm-hmm.
describes it is like his soul was squeezed out of him, like his body, caving in, and he's squeezed out of him, of himself.
His sickness made him extremely frustrated because he was a very independent person, and this confined him terribly.
Wow. That's the thing. It's not only the physical pain with a lot of people, it is the being undignified, losing their dignity,
Yes,
you know.
yes,
And for such a gentleman here, that is very important.
yes.
Now I can see why he referred to you as his therapist. So with him being frustrated and fussing over it, you're probably calming him down. It's like, it's okay, that's fine. Silently doing what you can to help him clean this. So, doing what you can to calm him, to calm the situation. I think this is the relevance here. So, not only the part you played before, but also the part you played after in the lead up as well. I'm uh, I'm now taken to a completely different setting here. I'm in a field. There's either a field or something. There's a waterfront here. There's water. And was he a hunter? Did he enjoy hunting?
No,
Why am I seeing ducks and I'm seeing a rifle? Who was the hunter here?
I don't know any hunter.
Do the ducks mean anything to you?
No,
Joanne, it's not leaving me. I can even now hear them, the sounds.
I don't know who that would be.
We'll make a note of it because it's not leaving me, so perhaps it'll come to you later. Uh,
Okay,
don't worry about it, writing it down, my dear, because the video will be. So,
okay,
what we will do is, if it comes to you, which does happen quite often, if it comes to you later, I would greatly appreciate if you could just drop me a message just to let me know, please.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
He's referring to, I'm now like in an office setting, and he's referring to, I can see that we're signing something. He's not very happy about, but he's signing something. So
Probably our divorce papers.
was this the divorce the first time, or and then you came back together, or what happened?
We signed separation papers that were the same as divorce papers, but we did not get a divorce for 5 years. So we were separated for that period of time.
Okay,
And then we actually he actually initiated that we get the divorce.
that was the wrong turn. That was
Pardon me?
that was the wrong turn. That was a wrong decision. For
Well, it was a wrong decision afterwards, but it was he he had a new girlfriend who insisted that he divorced me. So we got the divorce, and he was upset about that afterwards.
I'm basically sharing exactly what I'm feeling here, and the feeling I'm getting is it was a mistake. It was a mistake that you weren't together that at that level. It shouldn't have been the case. It shouldn't have happened. I don't think it's you, Joanne. I don't think it's there's something wrong with you. I think it's him with his frustration with not knowing what he wants in life, not knowing, I don't think it's you necessarily. I don't feel that this is personal against you. I feel that this is an issue, his own issues that he needed to deal with. There's an apology coming to you from him, and I feel it's long overdue. When we deviate from our path, basically, when we deviate and go and mess things up, and we're never happy. But it wasn't you. It wasn't him. It wasn't you, it was him. I'm now in a ballroom where people are dancing together. And I'm not sure what the occasion is, but you both are dancing together here. This is going back in time. You're both wearing, very smart, lovely clothes. I don't know what's the occasion, but I can see that you at least happy to be in that setting, happy to be with him, happy in the moment. That must have meant something very special to you. Were you on a boat together? Were you on a cruise together?
No,
Why am I on a boat suddenly?
I don't know.
What was he on a cruise? Was he on a boat?
He was, he took a cruise after we separated, so I don't know.
Okay,
That's the only thing I can think of as far as that's concerned.
okay. Were you expecting to hear from him today?
I didn't know who I was going to hear from. I'm glad I heard from him, but
Okay,
I, I am glad it cleared up a couple of things that I had
okay.
been thinking about.
The reason why I asked is because I'm going to share with you the vision he sent me about this cruise. So this cruise happened after you had divorced, correct?
After we separated,
After you separated.
but not divorced.
Okay. And I didn't feel that there was somebody with him on that cruise. It doesn't mean that somebody wasn't with him, but I felt like I'm lonely. I felt like I'm alone. Do you see what I mean here? I didn't feel like I had someone with me. So I'm looking, I felt that I'm stood on, let's say, the bridge or somewhere a bit higher up, and I'm looking at all these people having drinks and dinner and so forth, and I'm just watching them, but I'm alone. So my guess is he's trying to convey that he didn't really enjoy it. Why, Joanne? Why would he be so adamant to proceed with something that was making him so unhappy? I don't understand. Why?
I don't know why he brought that up, but I had always wanted to go on a cruise with him, and after we separated, he went on a cruise with somebody else, and I
Yes,
don't know why that would be brought up.
but that's it. That's the thing. He went with somebody else, but it doesn't feel like he was with somebody else. It feels like he was lonely. He wasn't happy. Did he try to call you even though you were separated?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked all the time, especially because of my daughter, our daughter.
Yeah, very mixed up person, with all due respect. Very mixed up. I mean, the daughter was an excuse, of course, but he really wants to link with you. This is a love and hate relationship combined into one.
Mm.
He's giving me a life lesson, so I take it this is his personality, where he would tell people what to do And he's telling me basically, hold on to those you cherish. Hold on to those you cherish. So I'm taking this from him, which I appreciate. It's very the the final sort of image here that he's showing me here. I I don't know where this is coming from. He showed me a ring of fire, fire like a circle of fire. And then I remembered the song by Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire. I don't know if you know the song.
Yeah, I know the song.
Does that make sense to you? Did you guys listen to this song? Did he like this song?
I don't know if he liked the song, but I don't remember the lyrics to the song, so I'd have to.
Okay, I sort of remember the lyrics to the song. If you look it up on the internet, I think it describes uh, uh, the sort of relationship we had here.
Okay.
Okay, I think this is what he's referencing.
He was very musical, so a reference to that would, yes, I could understand that. I don't know what the song is. I'll have to
Okay.
find it out.
If you're not sure how to do it, I can email you the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll email you the lyrics.
Thank
I'll email you a link to the actual song on YouTube so you can listen to it. But that
Okay,
can
thank you.
Ring of Fire. And there's deeper stuff here because
Right.
that was one of his most famous hits. And in fact, it wasn't Johnny Cash's creation, it was his wife who wrote it. So there's a lot of significance here.
Okay.
He's starting to pull back now. I'm starting to feel like the energy is starting to go. You helped him. With our session, you helped him in some ways, and he sort of helped you in other ways. So you
Yeah.
helped each other. Joanne, as he pulled away, I picked up something about flowers, and then I heard you love flowers, you like flowers, and then you were presented with flowers. Okay, something about flowers. So he left you with that, like a bunch of flowers. I hope that this session today brings you some closure in some ways, some healing in other ways, um, maybe some answers. I don't know. I hope that it has helped you.
It has. It has.
Okay. Do you have any questions before we part?
Not really. I'm just trying to kind of remember everything.
Don't worry. The video will be shared with you, and then you can watch it and pick things up, okay?
Okay, thank you.
If you have questions later, or if you're, need anything, do feel free to contact me. I will email you the song. If you don't hear from me, please email me because I have a very bad memory.
That's okay.
Okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yes.
You take care. And also, do I have your permission to share on social platforms?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Joanne. You take good care of yourself. Bless you.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful day, and thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear. Bye-bye.
What came through meant a lot. Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.